And welcome back to Mountain Outpost. I'm your host, Zach Marion. We are sitting here in beautiful Steamboat Springs, Colorado. I am joined here with the one and only Jethro Papa Giblin. JP, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Our pleasure. Absolutely our pleasure. In fact, last time I saw you, I believe I was at the base of Hope Pass heading into Winfield as you were tearing out of there back on your way up and over Hope Pass for a win at Leadville 100.
Hey, yeah, what was that, 2 years ago now at this point?
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, wow, that was probably one of my last good results I've had before misfortunes have struck. But yeah, that was a pretty great day, and I'm hoping that I come back to some form for tomorrow now at Run Rabbit Run.
Yeah, no, I actually wanted to talk about that a little bit. You had obviously had a phenomenal race over there at Leadville 100. And it sounds like you've been in quite a journey to get back to this point of towing the line at another 100-miler ready to go.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about, injury, coming back from that, and what that's been like.
Yeah, so it kind of sprung up at last year's Leadville where I just felt this hip pain and hip lockup around 50K marker last year. And, I thought it's 50K into an ultra, like it's going to loosen up, whatever. Didn't think anything about it because I didn't have any issues training leading up to it. And it was probably one of the most miserable races of my life because it did not let up. And I remember going up and over Hope Pass and calling my brother at the Hopeless Aid station saying, I was done, like I'm coming in and I'm quitting. But he and my crew rallied around me when I got back down there. And, I don't like quitting just because something's not going my way. Kind of stubborn and hard-headed that way.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I wouldn't really recommend running through injury to the normal person, but I didn't really quite know what it was until after Javelina, where the same thing cropped up. And that's when I kind of figured I had to get some answers. And so got an MRI and had a torn labrum. And that's really bad news to hear from any endurance athlete. And
no one wants to hear that.
Yeah, I had a bit of soul searching to do. I had a little bit of an existential crisis of if I was ever going to run again. And I got a PRP injection over the summer to try to avoid the surgery route, see if that holds. And training has been going pretty good over the summer. I don't quite know what tomorrow is going to hold. It's kind of a scary thing to think, like I'll just be thinking about that all day, checking it on my hip. But I'm looking forward to just getting out and giving it a go.
Yeah, no, you've got a list of talent out there that you get to toe the line with. Is there anyone you're specifically looking forward to running with, running against?
Yeah, the list is really great. Always wanted to race Matt Daniels, local Boulder guy.
Yeah.
Love him, love chatting with him and, running into him at races. He's really fun guy to talk to and has a lot of talent. One name that is familiar to me is Arlen Glick coming back from surgery. He's unique in that I have no idea. He has no internet footprint, so I have no idea what his training's like, or I only know him from his results, and it's pretty impressive.
He claims Mennonite, but I think it's a strategic thing of I just am not on social.
I think
I'm
so.
not on Strava.
Maybe I need to follow that
Right.
line of thought too. I don't know. Also Grant Barnett, really great athlete. I mean, Tommy Sullivan, Anthony Lee. It's just there's over 10 plus guys that, are going out there racing, and I'm just going to try to do my thing. I'm going to try to be in the mix all day and hopefully just come away with some money by the end of the day.
Yeah, no, the money seems to be kind of a big influence on everybody out here. Obviously, sweetening the pot, making it 20K. That's significant in this race.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your core reason for being here, or are you just Run Rabbit's got a great course, it's got talent, I want to show up and I want to run against other great runners?
Yeah, it is one reason, but if you're in it for the money only, that only lasts so long when it gets dark and cold and hurt out there. It's It's a new course for me. I've never ran it. This is my first time in Steamboat, so I have that kind of, I have no idea what the course looks like other than the course profile. So I don't know. Some people hate that. I love it. It's just like a new adventure.
Yes.
Running through the night will be something new for me. I've never ran all the way through the night, and not having a pacer. I think there's just a lot of components to this race that make it unique and really exciting, especially the no pacer. I love that. You don't have someone babysitting you out there telling you to eat and drink.
It's only
running.
on you.
It's only you in your head, and I think that's kind of what'll separate, first through fifth place is who can lock in that headspace throughout the night. And then also the prize money is amazing. I mean, if you're trying to make it as a professional trail runner, it's not the most lucrative way of earning a living,
Fair.
Still living with 2 roommates in Boulder, Colorado.
I mean that's just Boulder house
yeah,
pricing.
True.
That's all that is.
It's a really great incentive. And I think the race directors have something really special here with the course, the format of it, and the prize money. I don't know why it's not a more popular race every year amongst elites.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a widely underlooked race.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a good handful of elite athletes out
Yeah.
here, but with all those things combined, I think that this race can only grow, and it should be growing. And I think it takes other elites such as yourself and good fast times on the course to really kind of bring out that top level competition.
Yeah, I mean, it also gives the opportunity for people that are trying to rise in the sport and make a name for themselves. Everyone has to start from somewhere, and if you can come out to this race and make some money and get your name on people's minds, that's great for everyone involved.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like it was it cut 2 years ago where we saw Tara Dower take down a Courtney DeWalter time, and look at her ascension ever since. I think this is a great feeder race, and I want to say it's like, oh, this is kind of like a low bar race and like not important. Like it's a very important race in our sport, and that's why we're here as Mountain Outpost. But also like, yeah, I think this does have a lot of breakout potential. Emily Mann, no one knew who she was until she crushed the course record last year.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of those stories that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be next.
Yeah, maybe.
This could be. Maybe you can finally have your breakout race.
Yeah, we'll see.
As if Leadville wasn't enough.
Yeah, there's a lot on my mind, so I'm hoping to run out some demons tomorrow, and
I do. So you actually, on that note, you did bring up, kind of like the mental aspect of this race, because everyone does have to run through the night. No one's getting out of it. And that's new for a lot of front end athletes, or at least it's very unfamiliar territory with a lot of the the top podium athletes to run through the night. That 1 o'clock start is always a challenge. At least for me, when I ran this course, I felt like I was starting a race 4 hours late. Like you're like, I've been awake. And then by the time 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning rolls around, you're like, why am I so exhausted?
Yeah.
I've only been running for X amount of hours. But
Yeah.
you're like, oh wait, but I've been awake since 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all those things lead into it, and I do think it does take a great mental game. What are some things is that do you love going into that mental space? Do you have a thought process?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm not the most physically gifted runner. Like, I grew up a triathlete and really went into running, in my late 20s fully. And I found the mental aspect of ultra running to be the most intriguing to me and the most fascinating. The uniqueness of this course with the 1 o'clock start, I like that. The most stressful part is sleeping the night before a race. And so to have another extra night of sleep and, kind of scheduling your day around food before the race can be tricky. And then, I had to pack a lot more clothes, for nights, like cold weather stuff.
Not just the split shorts and jersey
not
top
just
and you're ready
exactly.
to go.
Yeah, it's like I had to think about all the what ifs and like the high mountain race and running through the night, headlamps, charging headlamps, batteries, nutrition through the night, caffeine intake, all that stuff. So I don't know. And also kind of running in the night seems kind of fun because you can't see what's ahead of you mostly. So You might see a huge mountain, that's actually there, but you're just focused on your headlamp
All
light.
you can see is the 10, 15 feet in front of
Exactly.
you.
I don't know. Put some music in or something and just watch that light and just follow it. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the mental aspect of it because I think that's where I can have an edge on people.
Yeah, the nighttime's an interesting place racing. I think a lot of strategy can go down. You can sneak up on other runners. I've had a number of times where I've was sick and tired of the person behind me chasing me, so I've turned my light off and not give them anything to chase anymore.
I like that idea. I think I might use that.
If you're in a hiking position where you're hiking it out, you don't need a ton of light. The moonlight's enough.
I like that.
And you can just pop that headlamp off, and they think you disappeared. They're like, man, he's up and over the mountain already.
I like these mind games. Thank you. I'm going to use that.
There you go. A little, that's out of my, I've been running ultra hundreds since 2012. So yeah, I've got a few years experience in it. So that one's free. I'll give you that one.
Thank
you. Try new things on race day. That mental aspect is a lot of fun. And that evening, I will say, if things aren't going the way you want at Summit Lake, they serve up $half size pancakes, and those can bring you back to life. I've had them. I've been there. A bowl of pancakes and some syrup. Dude, that's an overnight specialty.
That's where aid stations are dangerous overnight. I hear some of the aid stations are they're a siren song. They can draw you in the cold of night where you just want to huddle under a blanket and eat some warm food. But hopefully I can be in and out of that pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't let myself sit down at aid stations, and I walk right through them pointing at what I want, like give me this, give me this, give me this. I'm out. But yeah, I mean, definitely stay warm throughout the evening. That's absolutely going to be a challenge. The high elevation. It seems like you've got everything dialed in right. You've thought about this race. You're ready. You're prepared.
Yeah.
How do you envision the race going out tomorrow? This is a unique setup in this race, and it's been run a few different variations.
Yeah.
But how do you see the race playing out for yourself tomorrow?
For myself, I always say this, and I'm actually going to follow through on it because this is, just going in with a lot of uncertainty tomorrow about just the body. And so I'm going to take the first 50K pretty easy. I'm hoping that just the natural terrain will be easier on the body. It's not like all these American track race ultras where you have to split 7-minute miles to get the top three. It seems more unique. That's more mountainous, a lot more climbs and just different terrain. So I'm going to be taking it pretty easy, hopefully just be in the top 10 position. And I hear that the last 50K, it's pretty runnable if you have legs still. And based off the course profile, it looks like that. And then, if you have to do it, rip it down the last couple miles down the ski lift to pick off any extra people.
I would love to see a 6-mile rip down that mountain, passing the final position pass right there.
That'd be pretty exciting.
We'll be ready for it. We got drones in the air. We got people ready.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it mellow throughout the day. I'm not gonna go out crazy. I have time charts and from last year's top 7 guys, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, but you got a great crew out here with you with Ultra. It sounds like half the team is out here. Troy's on his, or Hans Troyer's out here.
He's
you
gonna
got
bring
Justin.
me some bread. He's gonna bring me some bread out here.
Nice. He's just baking fresh
Big loaf.
loaves.
Yeah.
You've got Justin Grunwald out here is going to be part of your crew. What does it mean to run for a team like Ultra, where it seems like you guys have, like a great little group, a good team, people who really appreciate being around each other. What's it been like over there?
Yeah, it's been fun. This is my 3rd year with them, and it's been a great experience. And also just from even my 1st year to now, to see the progress we're making in their shoes and their shoe tech, and just how invested they are in talking to their athletes and creating a really good shoe for everyday use and racing use. They have some really exciting things coming. And then the team is really fun. We had a team camp in Boulder at the beginning of summer, and it was just a blast. We all click really well, and just good laughter and a lot of great talent. I mean, Kareth, just won, what was it, TDS,
Crushed it.
first American
Yeah.
to win that race, and that was incredible. And Ultra's been having quite a good year with the athletes so far this year, and hope to continue that trend.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's been fun to see the brand grow. Little known fact, I ran for Ultra way back in the day.
Oh yeah. I think I
Back
heard
in the day.
that
I have a
before,
pair
yeah.
of original Lone Peaks.
Wow.
The 1.0.
Incredible.
Like sitting in my basement unworn. They're like
Goodness.
fresh.
Yeah,
that's how.
got to be a collector's item by now.
I was gonna say I should be able to I should get some good money for that at this
There's
point.
some real Ultra fans that would probably pay good money for that.
Yeah, people loved that shoe too. It was like a pair of Carhartts. It never broke down.
There we go.
It's like so dependable.
Yeah.
I love it. So, we've talked about a lot today. I do like to keep it kind of lighthearted to finish it up here.
Okay.
Ask the same question of everybody.
Yeah.
If you could go on your shakeout run today with anybody, dead, alive, past, present, who would it be?
I would say the person that got me into the sport and interested, Rob Krar. I kind of had an experience with him when I won Leadville, where he came up to me and gave me a little pat on the back and say, "Come on, let's go." And he's like the person that got me into the sport, and having that race moment with him where we ran into Twin Lakes together was kind of what gave me the fuel to keep going. So I'd like to have a more of a casual shakeout run with him someday in a less
A chill
a
conversation.
lower stakes environment when we aren't, trying to beat each other, to, talk to him and, see just like how the sport has grown and his perspective on it. And I think is a really unique guy and has a unique story that I kind of resonate with.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal individual. Back in 2014 when he did the Triple Crown of
Yeah,
hundreds.
that's what got me into the sport,
And
is seeing that.
Him and I had won three previous hundreds that year. He obviously took down, Western and Leadville, and we were both towing the line here at Run Rabbit. And when he passed me at mile 20, I was like, oh no, I've done something wrong. Like, why was I ever in front of Rob?
Yeah.
But he is so kind and so awesome. And that is an answer I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
But absolutely love it. Shout out to Rob Krar for being, one of the big inspirations here in our sport, still to this day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So awesome. Well, last thing, I'll give you a chance to shout out any crew, friends, family. Time is yours to give them some love.
Yeah. Thanks, Justin Grunwald and Amanda's going to be helping me out tomorrow. And mom and dad are always watching. They don't like, watching live streams because they don't like seeing their kid hurt. So they just refresh the tracker every once in a while. And
Oh, man.
my brother and his fiance will be up here for a wedding, and they'll try to sneak away and check it out while they're up here too.
I
So,
love that. Out for a wedding. I'm just gonna run up to the mountains real quick and
Yeah.
go check on
Yeah.
old JP.
Yeah.
Well, JP, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you sitting down and having a conversation pre-race. Go kick those legs up, go rest, recover,
For
and
sure.
be, we'll be excited to see you out on the start line tomorrow.
All right. Thank you for having me. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.